Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your boy Mike here for week 5 as Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals are going to come into the desert to play the surprising 3-1 Arizona Cardinals. Recording this after, unfortunately, watching my real life team, the Dallas Cowboys, lose to these very same Cardinals. It was not a fun afternoon seeing that. But here we are back in Madden, into the Madden world. And let's get into it with a couple of injury updates. None bigger than Kyler Murray, man. Kyler, 3 more weeks out with that partial ACL tear. Gonna have to see what works out after that. Garrett Williams, unfortunately, him and Myjai Sanders both started the year on IR. You do have to be on injured reserve for a minimum of 4 weeks. So next week they should be back and ready to go, at least active from the, from IR. Bengals with a couple big injuries themselves. La'el Collins and LaMarcus Joyner, as well as speedy rookie cornerback DJ Turner. So both teams missing some big contributors. But let's get into some upgrades. Trey McBride first up. Playing up to a 76 overall. I think we're going to go ahead and try to get that vertical threat game going. And he goes up to a true 76. Couple good ones there, one for each route running. And then the man of the hour, man, TDP, playing up to a 72, has looked outstanding over the last few games for Arizona. We're going to go ahead and put some elusive back points in there. 1 acceleration, 2 spin move. Wish that was juke, but it'll have to do. Now, as we take a look at some of the leaders of the league, we see Ty Davis Price up there at number 1, 73 carries for 495 yards and 3 scores, leading the way. Derrick Henry behind him, and then the rookie Bijan Robinson at number 3. Again, gotta love what you're seeing out of Ty Davis Price, really doing his thing, keeping the team on his back, and he's powered us to a few wins. Of course, can't help it. Wouldn't be able to do that without the defense, as Israel Mukuamu and Greedy Williams, 2nd and 3rd behind Sean Murphy-Bunting, who has 3. Now let's take a look into some contracts. A couple guys that we're not going to re-sign. Greg Dortch. Just don't see him in the plans. He's not in the plans right now, and team's not going to do anything but get better. Chris Barnes as well, 25 years old, doesn't really have the skill set we would like. Greedy Williams, Brian Edwards, Muti, Kayvon Wallace, Marquise Blair. We're going to hold off on making decisions on those guys. Rashad Fenton, not going to re-sign. Marlon Mack, not going to re-sign. Jonathan Ledbetter, interesting. Elijah Wilkinson, not going to re-sign. LJ Collier, not going to re-sign. A lot of, guys that we just want to hold off on for now, including Dobbs and Max Duggan. Still completely unsure. Dobbs has done what he's been asked to do up to this point. But, at 28 years old, 65 overall, not quite sure if we want to go in that direction. One guy, though, who has, we believe, earned a contract extension, Tariq Cohen. Out of football for 2 years, brutal injury history, but he's been a great compliment to Ty Davis Price. We're going to offer him a 2-year deal, just about where he wants. Interest level is, moderate, and he is going to be back for at least the next 2 seasons. Love to see that. If you're Tariq Cohen, big fan of him, and glad to see that he has now latched on, no telling what his role will be moving forward, but we'll see. Kevin Strong, Carter O'Donnell, not going to be in the long-term plans. Similarly with Keith Ishmael, as well as Jeff Swaim, who, currently the 3rd tight end. Pat Elflein may activate him when the time comes for some depth on the O-line. Carlos Watkins not coming back. Xander Horvath, we're going to wait on. Speedy guy, doesn't offer a lot in, as far as run blocking goes. And, yeah, we think that'll do it pretty much for the contracts. Hollywood has not done a whole lot, but we're going to hold off on that as well. A couple of adjustments that we want to make to the sliders. Want to make sure that, of course it's fun and engaging, but we don't want things to be too easy. And Ty Davis Price, obviously not the highest overall guy. Offensive line, not amazing. So we're going to drop run block down to 40. We're going to move pass defense reaction time down to 42. Interceptions to 45. Pass coverage all the way down to 37. Just feel as if, this defense has been performing a little above its head. Run blocking for the CPU up to 60. Pass defense reaction time up to 62. Pass coverage up to 70. Really want to, see hopefully these sliders play out a little bit better. 3-1 is definitely very much unexpected. Team has been playing well, but probably not where you anticipated them to be heading into this game against the Bengals. And speaking of, let's go ahead and jump into it. Here we are, State Farm Stadium, and here he is showing off Ty Davis Price last week against the San Francisco 49ers, went for $193 on 19 carries and had a touchdown, over 200 all-purpose yards. And, we're going to hope that he's able to continue that momentum here heading into a very, very tough game against the Bengals. But we've been saying that the last few weeks, haven't we? With the Cowboys in week 2 and then the San Francisco 49ers were they in week 3? Oh, no. The Niners were in week 4. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But either way, should be a good one. There's Burrow trying to hype up his guys. Head coach Mike White Jr., and we are ready to get it rolling. Will be the Bengals deep to return as the Cardinals deferred, and let's meet the squad. Joe Burrow needs no introduction. We know Cool Joe. And the other Joe Mixon at running back, Ben Mason at fullback. At receiver, three-headed monster right there. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, of course, number ones on any team. Tyler Boyd, the number 3. At tight end, Irv Smith coming over from the Vikings. Orlando Brown at left tackle. Left guard, the second-year man, Cordell Volson. Ted Karras, the veteran, at center. Alex Kappa at right guard, with Jonah Williams on the right side, filling in for the injured Lael Collins. Solid offensive line, all things considered. Miles Murphy, the rookie, at left end. Trey Hendrickson opposite him on the right, with DJ Reader and BJ Hill up the middle. Melvin Ingram, probably a rotational guy, but alongside Akeem Davis-Gaither and Jermaine Pratt, with standout Logan Wilson now in year 4. Him and Pratt likely manning that sub linebacker role. Chidobe Awuzie and Mike Hilton alongside Cam Taylor-Britt. Taylor-Britt, man, offers a lot of speed at 5'11". Nick Scott at free safety, and Dax Hill filling in for Jesse Bates now that he's off to Atlanta. Evan McPherson, the kicker, and at punter, the rookie, Brad Robbins. And now, without further ado, Matt Prater, he's going to go ahead and get things going here in week 5. Here we go. Bengals at Cardinals. And, of course, Joe Burrow going to lead his squad out, hoping to, steady the ship at 2-2. With an Arizona team that clearly is not going to roll over and fold. 797 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks through the opening 4 games of the year for Joe Burrow. And on 1st and 10, the Bengals are going to come out. Joe Mixon to his left. Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins on the right, Jamar Chase alone on that left side. And they're going to hand it off to Joe Mixon to open the game. And Mixon's going to get a decent gain of 6 yards down to the 31-yard line, 2nd and 4. There we go. Bunch formation to the left. Burrow going to take the snap. And he's going to find Jamar Chase, who does get tripped up by Greedy Williams. Saved, what could have been a much bigger gain, 12 yards. Now they're set up with a fresh set of downs on 1st and 10. Burrow going to bring the man in motion, fake the handoff, hands it to Joe Mixon. And Mixon finds some space. Mixon keeping his legs churning. Going to get 9 yards into Arizona territory at the 48-yard line. Great job by Joe Mixon to keep his run going despite a lot of Arizona defenders, getting in there trying to make the tackle. 2nd and 1. What will Cincinnati do? Another motion And Joe Mixon's going to get it again. Looks like a pretty similar play call. Marco Wilson brings him down at the 38-yard line, and Mixon already trying to catch his breath, been getting fed early and often in this one. Joe Burrow's going to air it out, and Marquise Blair is unable to get his head around or his hands up as Burrow's going to connect with Tyler Boyd for a nice gain down to the 4-yard line. Gain of 31 yards, 41 yards. And Tyler Boyd has them in strong position to go ahead and leave their opening drive with 6 points. Joe Burrow dropping back again, looks to his right, and there he is, T. Higgins. Higgins beating Marco Wilson on that route. Going to have the first points of the game for the Bengals. They wanted to come out early and make a statement drive, and they do just that. T. Higgins hauling in the short Joe Burrow pass out to the corner, and it's 7-0 with Josh Dobbs getting ready to take the field for this Arizona team. Now, Dobbs, same amount of touchdowns as Burrow with 9. Definitely not as many yards and 4 more interceptions with 6. But he's been doing what's been asked of him, been having a good impact on the ground, and doing a really great job of handing that ball off to Ty Davis-Price, man. So can't really ask for too much more. No, it's all in good fun as Ty Davis-Price gets the opening carry for the Arizona Cardinals, makes a nice cut, gets 8 yards. And as we mentioned before, Davis-Price, magnificent last week with a $193 and a touchdown against the Niners team. Yes, missing Bosa, but 193 is never anything to sneeze at. This is the NFL after all. And Davis-Price isn't exactly a premier running back up to this point, as Davis-Price going to get it again, gets a good block, gets outside, cuts back in, keeps his legs moving for a gain of 8, and they're already down to the 40-yard line after just 2 plays. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Josh Dobbs trips to his left. Tariq Cohen in the backfield with him, and Cohen gets the carry up the middle. He's going to get a gain of 7 as Arizona, sticking with the formula that's been working recently. 2nd and 3, Dobbs bunch formation to his left. Man underneath, it's going to be Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown goes down after a gain of 6, but enough to move the chains, get into Bengals territory, and the Cardinals are facing a 2nd and 11 after a run that went nowhere. Josh Dobbs throws. Oh my gosh, horrible throw by Josh Dobbs. Horrible decision more so, and then whiffs on the tackle as Logan Wilson is going to take it into the end zone for the pick 6. And the Bengals starting off this game with a bang, scoring on their opening possession and then taking the interception from the from the Cardinals' opening possession for a touchdown, as they will take a commanding 14-0 first quarter lead. And, you got to think the Cardinals, who, have a pretty heavy script on the run game, see how things will change for them. Looks like not much to start out as Ty Davis-Price takes it on the outside. Gain of 2, not much room to work with there. And it's going to set up a 2nd and 8 for Arizona. We'll see what head coach Mike White decides to do. Going to be a spread formation, 1 tight end, Tariq Cohen in the backfield with him, and Josh Dobbs. He's going to look deep for Hollywood Brown. Questionable decision to throw that pass, especially after the last pick on the last drive. Incomplete, though, 3rd and 8, and Dobbs looking to keep the play alive. Fakes Hollywood Brown, catches it, and that's going to be a gain of 16 yards on 3rd down to set up with a fresh set of downs on the 45-yard line. Dobbs fakes it, play action. He's going to look out to his right, and it's Bryan Edwards. Holds on through the contact. Great job by Bryan Edwards. Another gain of 16 yards. And once again, Arizona rolling. And now here we go. Fake, quick pass, Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore hit down quickly after just a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. And Moore, been the go-to guy generally for this Arizona offense. Hoping to keep Moore the same, as, he really wants to go ahead and make an impact. Davis-Price runs pretty much nowhere. Gain of 4. 3rd and 6 at the 35-yard line. And Josh Dobbs, man, needs to have a really good play right here. Wants to keep that drive alive. Down 14 in the first quarter, not a position you want to find yourself in. And we'll see what the Arizona Cardinals offense can make happen right here. Dobbs drops back. Spread formation. Dobbs, nowhere to go. Throws it. No one in sight. Lucky that Bengals defender wasn't able to snag it there. They're going to settle for 3, and Arizona finally gets on the board as Burrow and the Bengals get back out on the field, and Joe Mixon takes the carry for 1 yard, set up a 3rd and 8, leading us to the end of the first quarter, and the Bengals doing what most teams haven't been able to, man, and that's really march down the field with ease, and then, of course, adding to that with the pick 6. But now they have the ball again, second time, 3rd and 8. Burrow drops back, has time, finds no one as Lecky Fotu manages to get back there to disrupt the pass, giving his team the ball back. 14-3, 1st and 10. Dobbs fakes, keeps it. Nowhere to go. He's blown up for a loss of 4 by Jermaine Pratt. Great job by the linebacker to make sure that Dobbs wasn't able to get anything going right there. We know how dangerous he can be with the ball in his hands on the ground. Dobbs again, pump fakes again, looking long. Hollywood Brown has a step, and Dobbs overthrows him. Not a great pass by Josh Dobbs. Gotta want that one back, man. 3rd and 14. And Dobbs, they're going to set up the screen to Ty Davis-Price. Price with a block. Price cuts inside, breaks a tackle, and Ty Davis-Price is going to be down at the 45-yard line. Not enough for the first. Arizona's going to punt it away. Can't go for it that early on your own side of the field with, this scenario in place, as Joe Mixon going to be blown up in the gap. B.J. Ojulari, first tackle of the game, a nice tackle for loss, leading to a 2nd and 12 for the Bengals. Trips left. Here he is. Burrow takes the pass, drops back and gets it. Man, what a play. Throws it to his tight end, Irv Smith Jr., and it's a brand new set of downs for Cincinnati. Burrow under center, making some adjustments. Arizona going to slide that line a little bit, expecting the run. Isn't, but B.J. Ojulari is not fooled. Going to track down Burrow for a loss of 7, and that is going to be a nice play from the rookie. Love to see it. Pushing the sticks, a little further away for the Bengals. And Burrow looks deep. It's going to be Tyler Boyd, and Boyd with a fantastic catch and run of 20 yards, erasing all of the goodwill that sack just provided. But a little later in the drive, it's going to be 2nd and 8. Burrow looks back deep, nowhere to go. T. Higgins can't corral it. Marco Wilson with the pass defense. Great job by Marco Wilson to make sure T. Higgins wasn't able to hold on to that. And on 3rd and 8, Joe Burrow is going to look for Jamar Chase. Chase beats Greedy Williams, and he's gone. Great touchdown by Jamar Chase. And just like that, it's an 18-point Cincinnati lead, 21-3. Not where you wanted to find yourself if you're Arizona, as Dobbs going to scramble out, gets a block. Oh, man, he's going to toe the sideline. Can't get down or out of bounds, and he's going to lose it. Dobbs, with his team already down 21-3, tries to go for some extra yardage. Can't do it. Ball gets popped out, and Cincinnati now with a chance to really, I know it's only the second quarter, but to really put this game away, and he won't, as Greedy Williams, who came up huge a week ago, picks it off. He's got space, continues to move, finally tracked down by Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon after he gets the ball into the red zone on the 19-yard line. Great job by Greedy Williams, giving his team a chance. Because down 25 points, man, this isn't the Falcons-Patriots. 28-3 would not be a favorable position for us, as Dobbs fakes it, drops back. McBride left sideline, and he holds it in, gets his feet down, holds on through the contact to set up a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. And Arizona looking to punch it in here. Davis-Price gets some good blocks down to the 3-yard line. Whew, and you got to come away with a touchdown here if you're Arizona. 3 points is not going to beat this Cincinnati Bengals team, and we'll see what they're going to do. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, including McBride, and Cohen's going to get motioned out to the right as well to a more of a spread look. And here he is, Dobbs, quickly. Rondale Moore into the end zone. Great job. Great read by Dobbs to move Cohen out wide, give them more of an advantage on the inside, and Rondale Moore takes full advantage, holds on to the ball, and it's 21-10. Arizona down just 11 now, as Burrow's going to hand off to Joe Mixon, and Mixon's going to get 4 yards. Mixon, outside of, two decent runs, hasn't had a whole lot of running room. This has been a theme. Arizona is a top five, rushing defense in the league so far this season. 2nd and 6, Burrow drops back. Chase has it. Chase still on his feet. Chase fighting to midfield. And no Arizona player able to make the tackle on him for a while until Budda Baker finally does, as Chase, great throw from Burrow with anticipation. Chase hauls it in, breaks one, breaks two, spins around another, and with 6 Arizona shirts around him is finally brought down. Can't do that if you're Arizona, man. Got to wrap up and make those tackles. Chase, one of the more physical receivers in the league. 1st and 10. 2:29 left in the half. Mixon gets it up the middle, cuts back inside. Only going to have 2 yards on that one. And there's the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd and 6, Joe Burrow dropping back, looking to his left. He's going to see Irv Smith Jr., and Irv Smith just drops it. Irv Smith drops it. And that's going to force a Cincinnati punt. Hate to see that. If you're Cincinnati, that could have kept the drive extended. Instead, they're going to punt it away. And after a fantastic punt by the Bengals rookie punter, it's going to pin the Cardinals at their own 1-yard line. And what do you do here? 1:30, all 3 timeouts, but you can't give Cincinnati any room to work with. If you're Arizona. And, of course, they're going to give it to the workhorse, Ty Davis-Price, who sneaks up the middle for 10 yards. Hurry-up offense. Looks like they're going to give it to Ty Davis-Price again, to kind of see what Cincinnati is going to throw at them here. And Davis-Price gets no gain on that one, leading to a 2nd and 10 spread formation. Here we go. Dobbs drops back, sees a man, has some space. Bryan Edwards. Edwards outruns one, tries to stiff arm a second, unable to break that tackle. And Bryan Edwards with a fantastic catch and run, his best catch of the season, longest catch of the season. And Arizona into Cincinnati territory quickly with 1st and 10. Dobbs going to look long again, trusting that arm. Cohen just overthrown, probably for the best. Might have been a pick had it been on target. And here we are, 2nd and 10, 33 seconds left. Dobbs, pump fake, looking long. McBride by himself. McBride, it gets swatted away by Dax Hill. Great job by Dax. 3rd and 10, Arizona. Of course, a touchdown would be ideal. But if you can get 3 points on the board, make it a 1-possession game going into the half, that would be amazing as well. He's going to swing it out to Rondale Moore, and Moore is going to be dropped for a loss of 3 very, very quickly. Cincinnati 100% aware of what was going on, and they'll take 3 points. 56-yarder by Matt Prater sends them to the half, 21-13. And, despite being down 21-3, Arizona with 10 straight points to battle back, make it a 1-possession game. Elsewhere around the league, we have Philly in LA taking on the Rams. And it's the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 283 in the first half, with Cooper Kupp 4 for $173 and 2 TDs through one half of play. Monster game going on down there in Washington. It's the Commanders taking down the Bears, as they are 4-1 now. Sam Howell, 264 and 3 touchdowns. Scary Terry with 101 yards and a touchdown through the air. And in Denver, it's the Jets with the 2-point lead as Rodgers, 14-15, 165, very, very efficient. And Robert Woods, who looks like got a midseason trade to the Jets, leading the way for them out there. And now, man, it's time to get into some second half action. Again, hoping for, I don't want to say more of the same, because there's some things we need to clean up. But with a cleaner half of football, I don't see any reason why Arizona can't go ahead and, maybe steal another one. They've stolen a few already this season, against the Cowboys and against the 49ers. And it'll be interesting to see how things are able to shake up with Dobbs leading them out. 1st and 10, first play of the second half. Who else but Ty Davis Price up the middle, big hole, goes for a gain of 7. Davis Price now with 40 yards on the game. 3rd and 4 after a second down that went nowhere. And they're going to do a draw to Davis Price, and he has blockers up front. Cincinnati not ready for that draw play from the Arizona Cardinals as they get a fresh set of downs. Set up at the 36-yard line. Dobbs fakes, rolls out to his left. Dobbs going to take it himself, tiptoes down the sideline, and Dobbs working some magic with his legs as he's going to get out to midfield. A 14-yard scramble for Josh Dobbs. Didn't look like he would even get the first down, but got that and more as Dobbs drops back, middle of the field, wide open. Rondale Moore hit down. 1st and 10. And Dobbs with 139 and a touchdown so far here does have the pick, but got his, some good things going on. This might be one of his best days through the air up to this point as he hands off to Tariq Cohen. And Cohen, 4 carries, 8 yards, not having a tremendous impact so far today, but we know that he's a steady presence. We're going to keep, looking his way from time to time. But 2nd and 7. 21-13, 6 minutes left in the third. Dobbs again rolls out. Dobbs gonna pump fake, looks for Hollywood, who's got a step, throws it out of bounds. Couldn't quite make it there for Hollywood Brown. And on 3rd and 7, what will Arizona do? 3rd and 7, in field goal range. Don't have to do anything too crazy. Dobbs looking deep. Rondale Moore by himself. And Moore unable to corral the pass. Dobbs hit him in the hands, and Rondale Moore wins off the line against Cam Taylor-Britt with the safety back. Rondale Moore gets it dropped in a bucket by Dobbs, but the reaction from the safety to knock it out of his hands means a field goal is all Arizona will settle for, and the Cincinnati Bengals still with a 5-point lead at 21-16. Burrow to Mixon. Mixon bounces off Jalen Thompson, going to be dropped after a gain of 3. And on 3rd and 5, same drive, Joe Burrow with 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Burrow going to look, does connect with T. Higgins. Man, for a second, looked like that wasn't going to be completed. Great job setting up the Cincinnati offense with a fresh set of downs. Could go a multitude of ways here on 1st and 10. They're going to choose to run it with Joe Mixon, and Mixon going to be dropped after a gain of 7. Mixon, 42 yards on 10 carries. Not horrible, but definitely expect a little bit more, from that running game as Mixon's going to get the play fake, and he's going to have a wide open T. Higgins, middle of the field, diving catch. Great job by T. Higgins. 1st and 10, Arizona 40-yard line. Burrow drops back, looking for Higgins again, and Higgins in traffic holds on to the ball. Despite a multitude of Arizona defenders, Higgins is going to set them up at the 13-yard line. Great pass, great throw by T. Higgins, and it's going to be Tyler Boyd now on 1st down to the 5-yard line, 2nd and 2. Here we go. The big boys up front on both sides. What will they do? Burrow going to hand it off. Nope. Throws it and finds. Wow. How about that? The backup tight end, Drew Sample. Burrow with a speedy release. And Ty Davis Price going to take it on the next play. Breaks a tackle. Gets a block by Hollywood. Ty Davis Price off to the races. One man to beat. Won't do it. But Ty Davis Price with a 54-yard carry to really get this Arizona crowd on their feet. Great job to break the tackle. Great block thrown by Hollywood Brown. Couldn't beat the last defender, but a new life breathed into this Arizona offense as Ty Davis Price, with his longest run of the game, is going to set up Arizona in great position as Dobbs under center, quick strike. Hollywood Brown tries to shake one defender, can't do it. He's going to be tackled down after a gain of 1 by Mike Hilton. Here we are, 2nd and 9, similar formation. Dobbs brings a man in motion. It's Jeff Swaim in Arizona. Going to go back to TDP. TDP with some space on the outside gets a juke inside. Another block by Hollywood Brown before he's brought down at the 6. 12 for 121 for Ty Davis Price. And that is going to take us into the fourth quarter with Cincinnati leading by 12 points, 28-16. Arizona threatening at the 6-yard line. And we'll see what they decide to do, man. There's been Ty Davis Price. What else? Sorry, y'all couldn't get my thought together. But Ty Davis Price gets it in. His touchdown does push that lead down now to just 5 points. 28-23 Arizona. Great run by Ty Davis Price. Good vision. Great blocking up front. Went in untouched. And Ty Davis Price continues his phenomenal game, phenomenal season. Burrow and the Bengals, only 5 points up after a 21-3 lead has now evaporated, and they're going to hand it off to Mixon, and Mixon, again, nowhere to go, falls forward for a gain of 4. It's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 after an pretty relatively unsuccessful second down play, and Burrow trips right. Marquise Blair coming quickly, looking for Tyler Boyd. Burrow just outside the reach of him. And Arizona's going to have the ball back. Who would have thought, man, with a chance to take a lead in this one? No one expected that coming in. And Ty Davis Price, once again, gets a block, unable to shake that last defender. Gain of 5. And Arizona's been having a pretty balanced offense. 21 runs, 19 passes as Dobbs drops back. Dobbs rolls out to his right. Dobbs, not much room to work with, finds a wide open Rondale Moore, who turns and gets a few more. Questionable throw from Josh Dobbs. Definitely not a tight spiral like you want. Very much so a wobbler. But Dobbs improvising and Rondale Moore able to find an open space in the coverage leads to a fresh set of downs. First down for Arizona at their own 48. Dobbs fakes. Dobbs looking, pump fakes, nowhere to go, throws it. Lucky it wasn't intercepted by Jermaine Pratt. Dobbs likely should have just taken the sack there. Can't throw it up to nobody. Looking very Joe Webbish against the Packers the year that AP won MVP. 2nd and 10, swing pass. Tariq Cohen loses 2. It's going to be 3rd and 12. And after a good defensive stand, Arizona's offense, man, not looking great on this possession as Dobbs, again, going to be hurried, does get the pass away. But a 4th and 12, hurry and incompletion does mean a punt for the Cardinals as Joe Burrow and the Bengals going to look to put this one away. At least in all things considered, as Burrow calls his own number, gets outside, lit up by Kayvon Wallace after a gain of 6. Not what you want Joe Burrow doing if you're Cincinnati. Unnecessary to take that hit, but it is 2nd and 4, and he's going to go to the flat, finds Tyler Boyd, upended, but not before he picks up a first down. Now here we go again. Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd to the left, T. Higgins to the right, Joe Mixon in the backfield. Burrow going to get it back, goes back, and Jamar Chase, again, a tight window throw and catch. These Bengals receivers, along with Joe Burrow, really putting on a clinic. On 2nd and 10, trips left, and not what you want with Kaiser White guarding Jamar Chase. They're going to send a man out in motion, and this defense is scrambling. Joe Burrow drops back, finds T. Higgins, who goes up and gets it over Greedy Williams. And Greedy Williams, not a small corner at 6'2", gets his feet in. Great pass by Joe Burrow. T. Higgins really dominating in this one as Burrow going to go up top again. This time, Greedy's not going to let him have it. Jamar Chase gets the ball swatted away. Greedy Williams not liking Joe Burrow, picking on him in coverage, especially considering that he does already have an interception in this one. 2nd and 10, 4:37 remaining. Mixon up the middle, gets it outside, breaks a tackle. Greedy Williams, great tackle to prevent any more yardage. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. Burrow drops back, looking long. Greedy, he's going to test him again, and Greedy picks him off. Looks to run, doesn't see much. He's just going to take it, going to take a knee. And Greedy Williams tried to get, Burrow tried to pick on him, for the last few plays of that possession. Greedy makes him pay on 3rd and 10. Not going to allow him to just continually call that number with whatever receiver he's guarding. And Greedy gives the ball back to his team. Davis Price, 132 on the ground, 12 through the air. And they've got a chance, man. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left. 5-point game. Touchdown does take the lead. Field goal still makes it, a field goal game if they can manage to do that as well. As Dobbs is going to drop back, looking long. Rondale Moore has him, hits him in the hands, but it's knocked out. That's Dax Hill again. Rondale again with his diminutive frame and stature, unable to hold on through the contact. Cohen's going to be sent out wide again. Seen plenty of him lined up out there today as Dobbs looking for the dig. Can't hit Hollywood Brown. Great coverage there by Mike Hilton. Probably didn't want to get that there anyway, as Hilton read that the whole way. 3rd and 10. Dobbs looking. Hollywood leveled despite the overthrow from Dobbs, and Logan Wilson makes Hollywood pay for even looking at that ball. And Arizona's going to be forced to punt. Oh, man. Joe Mixon fighting for some yards. Gets 6. Now up to 52 yards on the game. Arizona, man, that was a deflating couple of plays as they had a quick 3 and out. Man, got to take advantage there, especially when your defense sets you up so beautifully. Greedy holding points off the board, but you got to keep it moving. First down, fresh set of downs, 2:19 left in the second half, in the fourth quarter. T. Higgins going to take the jet sweep, loses 2. 2nd and 12, 2:12 remaining, likely the last play before the 2-minute warning. And Burrow's going to drop back to pass. Burrow looking, Mixon, and Zaven Collins levels him in the backfield for a loss of 3. It's 3rd and 15. And Arizona's defense, man, really coming up clutch right now. Got to have a stop here if you want any hope. And Kaiser White reads it and gets Mixon down, powers through the offensive lineman and manages to bring him down. Arizona gets the ball back right after the 2-minute warning as they force the Bengals to punt. And since it was 21-3, Arizona has outscored Cincinnati 20-7. Now with 1:52 left, what can Dobbs do, man? First time there's been really, really heavy pressure on him, with the game on the line, and he's going to be sacked. 2nd and 23. 8-yard line, 1:20 to go. Elect not to use one of those timeouts. And Dobbs takes it. It's a couple step drop. Looks for Rondale. Lucky. Awuzie didn't intercept that. Rondale Moore not able to get the lift on that possession, on that attempted catch. And it'll be 3rd and 23. And we'll see. Dobbs drops back. Has a man. Rondale Moore has a step. Gets it out there. Moore catches it. And he's going to hold on. He's going to get into Bengals territory at the 37-yard line. And what a throw. 3rd and 23. Gutsy by Josh Dobbs from his own end zone. Airs it out to Rondale Moore. And that is going to be a huge play for Arizona as they now, with 40 seconds left, 1 timeout remaining, gonna look to do what no one thought they could as Bryan Edwards running by himself. Edwards gets it down to the 5-yard line as Dobbs now up to 249 this game, a season high by a mile. And on 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, TDP gets it untouched into the end zone. And Arizona takes their first lead of the ball game with just 29 seconds remaining. Ty Davis Price, 2nd touchdown of the game. And you got to love the fight from this Arizona team. Didn't let that 21-3 hole scare them too much. And they're going to go for 2. 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. Dobbs takes it. Some routes coming open underneath. He's going to look for Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore. He's going to find him in traffic. How about that throw from Josh Dobbs? Dobbs, back of the end zone, through 2 defenders, and it's a 3-point game. Burrow has to make it happen right now. 29 seconds. looking under 500 in the face despite an early 18-point lead, 3 timeouts in his arsenal. What can this Cincinnati Bengals offense do? Goes short, finds the man. It's Drew Sample down to the 39-yard line. Quick timeout. Burrow back in the shotgun, takes the snap. Burrow looking to his left. It's going to be Tyler Boyd. Another timeout, already in Arizona territory, down to the 49. Can't like this if you're Arizona. Got to play don't bend nor break type of deal. If you, oh man, as Boyd gets it again down to the 39-yard line. And Cincinnati going to elect to call the early timeout. 11 seconds remaining. They'll send McPherson on there. McPherson has had plenty of huge kicks in his young career. Arizona gonna look to ice him down, up 3 points, hoping to, man, sneak away with a win if I've ever seen one. And it all rests on the leg of the young kicker, Evan McPherson. McPherson, he's gonna go ahead, gets the snap up, and it hits off of the crossbar. Heads down if you're Cincinnati. Had the distance. McPherson can't get it through. And you see his teammates not happy with him. Man, you can't blame Evan McPherson on that one. Offensive and defensive collapse from Cincinnati. And Arizona is going to go ahead and take the knee. Here they are in victory formation. Going to win their 4th straight game and 3rd straight against what many teams would consider, many pundits would consider a Super Bowl contender. And your Arizona Cardinals walk away with a 31-28 victory. Gotta love this, man. As a fan of Arizona, as a fan of football, Arizona surprising everyone as they take down Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Great job by this team, man. 407 total yards of offense as Dobbs and his 236 total passing yards does trump the running game for the first time this season. 541 total yards of offense held Cincinnati to just 2 of 7 on 3rd down and 2 for 4 in the red zone. Burrow, 24 for 32, 309, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. And again, Dobbs, not overly efficient, but did what he needed to do. TDP, 137 and 2 touchdowns with Dobbs and Cohen sprinkling in a little bit there as well. Rondale Moore and Bryan Edwards, man, gotta love what you saw out of them. Rondale Moore, big play after big play, 102 and a touchdown, by far their best receiving days of the year. Hollywood, after, a good start, ended the game with just 25 yards on 3 catches, but the rest of the team picked it up. TDP also with a catch, Mixon 4 catches for -1 yards. Yikes. Man, defensively, it was Marquise Blair leading the way with 9 tackles. Just a little warning. Unfortunately, Marquise Blair was in the slot for some reason, at slot corner. I didn't realize till pretty late into the game. So that's why McQuamu wasn't out there a whole lot. Greedy Williams, 2 picks, both of them huge. Logan Wilson with that early pick 6, as well as a fumble recovery and a touchdown. And now the Arizona Cardinals are 4-1, man. Again, not really looking to trade Beachum at this moment. 4-1, leading the division with a win already over the Niners, and with the Rams up next. Going to SoFi Stadium, the Cardinals will be next week. And they got a couple of opportunities. Breakout linebacker, breakout DB. Got to think that DB is going to be Greedy Williams after a 2-interception performance, as well as a crisis in confidence. Interested to see who that might be. Would assume probably Hollywood, considering his lack of involvement overall. But we'll find out next week. Once again, y'all, thank you so much for the love and support. Couldn't do this without y'all. Really been enjoying myself. Hope y'all have been enjoying as well. And we'll pick up next week, man, when we take on the LA Rams. Please like and subscribe should you feel so inclined. Have a great one, and peace out.